Peace, brothers and sisters. We're back again with Mr. Mufti. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. Anyway, we're going to go back to that video again. As I told you, I promised you before that I said, this is what they do, okay? They actually get a verse, chop it up, put a bit of makeup on it, and then give it to you like it's the truth. And you're supposed to believe it. Why? Because he's a Mufti. He knows better than everyone else, of course. And a lot of people are going to attack and all that. I don't really care, to be honest, because I know what the truth is. He's Mufti, he's been living, he's been studying and all that. I don't really care. I just care about things that make sense. I don't worship people. I don't idolize them. What makes sense? What the Quran said? What this guy's saying? I see him as a guy with a beard and is covering himself. That's all I see him. I just listen to what he's saying and then analyze it. And then I know he's telling the truth or lying. It's simple, isn't it? Unless you're dumb, unless you idolize a person, unless you worship him. You're just blinded by his lies, basically. Just listen to this verse.
Now, I draw your attention to many verses of the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly says, whatever the messenger has given you, take it. وَمَا آتَاكُمُ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ وَمَا نَهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ فَانْتَهُوا. Whatever he has instructed you, take it. And whatever he has prohibited, then stop it. Consider it prohibited. And that is referring to the hadith. Now
we stop here, okay? By saying that verse, which is like a quarter of a verse, yeah? There's a quarter of a verse. He's topped it up like a piece of cake, and he's using it, and he's saying it that actually that verse refers to the hadith, okay? Because he's been studying all his life. But let's look at the verse fully. Let's get a verse from the Book of Allah and then read it. That's all we got to do. In Arabic, chapter 59, verse 7. ما أفاء الله على رسوله من أهل القرى فلله وللرسول ولذي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل كي لا يكون دولة بين الأغنياء منكم وما أتاكم الرسول فخذوه وما نهاكم عنه فانتهوا واتقوا الله إن الله شديد العقاب. Okay, see? He started a verse from like over halfway. And he said this refers to the hadith, but it refers to the Ma'afa Allah, which is, this is what Allah has given to Muhammad. It's something, some sort of spoils of wars. It's to do with money or things, okay? And he actually told him who to give it to, and then why he should give it to these people, because the rich are going to get, whatever. I can't explain it like that. I'm going to read it anyway. Yes, basically. I'm going to read it in English. Makes more sense to English speakers. And to Arabic speakers, he's not saying that at all. He's talking about spoils of war. غنيمة إنه يتكلم على غنيمة رزق أعطاه الله له وقال له كيف يقدمه ولماذا ثم قال للمسلمين خذوا ما أعطاكم الرسول من الغنيمة وإذا لم أعطاكم شيء فلا تأخذوه. سهل مهل. In English, whatever God restored to his messenger from the communities should go to God and his messenger. You shall give it to the relatives, the orphans, the poor, and the travelling aliens. Thus it will not remain monopolized by the strong among you. Whatever the messenger has given you, then comes that verse. It's clearly talking about taxes, donations, probably spoils of war that Allah has given him, and he just instructed him who to give it to and why. Because otherwise the stronger will just take everything. And then he told, basically Allah told the followers, whatever has given you, you take it. What he hasn't given you, don't take it, basically. It's forbidden. It's from the spoils of war and the taxes and the donations or whatever. It's not referring me to the hadith. How did he come up with that? After years of studying, I have no idea. But I'll have to ask him a question, Mr. Please answer me all this. Do I believe in what you saying? And because you studied, or I believe in a word of Allah. Okay, there's like, a word of Allah or what you saying. Okay, two different things. How do you explain all these verses from the Quran, or what we're gonna do with them? If what he's saying is true, then what are we gonna do with this? Okay, if he's telling me that the Quran is not fully detailed, is not enough, there isn't enough information in it. There's not enough legislations in it. We have to go to Bukhari, the Hadith, Bukhari. Then there is another book with Allah's book. So there's a partnership before, and now there's another book, which is that. We have to follow it. But this is what the Quran is saying now. Okay? Let's see what Allah is saying about His creation, His words, His book. Okay. We're going to say it first, Arabic. We're going to go quickly, guys, here, but chapter 6, verse 38. وَمَا مِن دَابَةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا طَائِرٍ يَطِيرُ بِجَنَاحَيْهِ إِلَّا أُمَمٌ أَمْثَالُكُمْ مَا فَرَّطْنَا مِنَ الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ ثُمَّ إِلَى رَبِّهِمْ يُحْشَرُونَ مَا فَرَّطْنَا مِنَ الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ مَا فَرَّطْنَا مِنَ الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. In English. I made it short in English just to, in this chapter 6, verse 38, this is like, we did not leave anything out of this book. We did not leave anything out of this book. Okay? Second verse, Surah Al-A'raf, verse 7, chapter 7, verse 52. وَلَقَدْ جِئْنَاهُمْ بِكِتَابٍ فَصَّلْنَاهُ عَلَى عِلْمٍ هُدًى وَرَحْمَةً لِقَوْمٍ يُؤْمِنُونَ. فَصَّلْنَاهُ عَلَى عِلْمٍ. Kitab Mufassal, Mr. Menk. In English, we have given them a scripture that is fully detailed, with knowledge, guidance, and mercy for the people who believe. See? Fully detailed. Allah is calling His book fully detailed. Okay? And Mr. Menk said, no, we need another book. Verse 3. Okay. Surah Yunus, chapter 10, verse 37. وَمَا كَانَ هَذَا الْقُرْآنُ أَنْ يُفْتَرَى مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ ولكن تصديق الذي بين يديه وتفصيل الكتاب لا ريب فيه من رب العالمين. يا سبحان الله. ما لكم كيف تحكمون. تفصيل الكتاب لا ريب فيه من رب العالمين. Okay? In English, this Quran could not possibly be authored by other than God. It confirms all previous messages and provides a fully detailed scripture. It is infallible, for it comes from the Lord of the universe. Fully detailed scripture. Fully detailed. Okay? Number 4. Surah Yusuf. Chapter 12, verse 11. لقد كان في قصصهم عبرة لأولي الألباب ما كان حديثا يفترى ولكن تصديق الذي بين يديه وتفصيل كل شيء وهدى ورحمة لقوم يؤمنون. What more do you want? What more do you want? Okay? In their history, there is a lesson for those who possess intelligence. This is not fabricated hadith. This Quran confirms all previous scriptures. Provides the details of everything, and is a beacon and mercy for those who believe. See, you have to believe first. You have to believe first to see it. You have to believe. You have to know what is La ilaha illallah first. Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, verse 114. أَفَغَيْرَ اللَّهِ أَبْتَغِي حَكَمًا وهو الذي أنزل إليكم الكتاب مفصلا والذين آتيناهم الكتاب يعلمون أنه منزل من ربك بالحق فلا تكونن من الممترين. God, look at that. مفصلا. الكتاب مفصلا. In English, should I seek other than God as a source of law when He has revealed to you this book fully details? Those who receive the scripture Recognize that it has been revealed from Lord. Truthfully, you should not harbour any doubt. Okay? Should not harbour any doubt that it's fully detailed, man. Should not. You should not. Let's read this about the perfection of Allah. How perfect. The scripture is chapter 27, verse 88. وترى الجبال تحسبها جامدة وهي تمر مر السحاب صنع الله الذي أتقن كل شيء إنه خبير بما تفعلون. أتقن كل شيء. See? أتقن كل شيء. هذا هو الله. In English, when you look at the mountains, you think that they are standing still, but they are moving like the clouds. Such is the manufacturer of God who perfected everything. He is fully cognizant of everything you do. Come on, Mr. Mufti. Come on. What do I believe in now? Honestly, who you? The Bukhari? Seriously? After all these verses? Come on, man. Come on, guys, honestly. If you're Sunni or Shi'i or any other thing, man, Christian who believes in something different, or anyone, if you don't believe in anything, or the ex-Muslim, especially the ex-Muslim, come on, man. Come on, of course, I think, of course, you don't believe in what he's saying, of course, man. Just have a little bit of brain. Do you know what I mean? Just think, man. Just think a little bit. That's what your God is saying to you. It's not me. I'm reading from the Quran, you know? That's what Allah is saying to you. That's what God is saying to you, man. But you rather believe in Mr. Monk. It's up to you. Really, it's really entirely up to you. Can't help you. Peace.